How's it going, guys? It's Pico Lopez here from Shamrock Rovers. Make sure to subscribe to Irish Footy Vlogs for all your League of Ireland content.
Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome back to another international video. Republic of Ireland taking on Portugal on Thursday at the Aviva Stadium. We're going to preview that now. Daz, Portugal, massive team, as we all know. We all know who plays for them, all their players. Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, but Bernardo Silva. You can go through the list of so many world-class players basically in their team. Last time Ireland played, they lost 2-1 to Portugal, when they played Portugal, obviously, rather. Late goals from Ronaldo being the difference. It was a good performance from Ireland, but Portugal, for their part, it's a big game for them, actually, because they're a point behind Serbia with a game in hand. They want to top this group, don't they, to be fair? Ireland, they played that three at the back system. They've been playing that fairly regularly. I can't see many changes there in terms of system. How are you seeing it overall?
Well, Keith, firstly, I think, Portugal are going to go into this match all guns blazing. They're going to want to score as many goals as they can and beat us pretty well, especially after only beating us 2-1. They're going to look at that. I think they could have got a lot more goals that night. Bazuna had a good game, obviously. Going into this match, though, as far as I know, I don't really think they have any real injury woes or worries. Ronaldo is obviously fit and available as well this time around. He's properly fit. There's no doubt about it. And he's obviously been doing okay at club level too. They all have been. We all know the players they have. We don't even need to go through their team. And there are abundance of quality. Even players that don't even get into the national team are stars, are world stars. But yeah, they're very, very good. I suppose looking for us, I'd be hoping more the same. Try and catch them on the break, try and get a few attacking moves in, and hopefully we have a good game overall. And hopefully Stephen Kenny doesn't make drastic changes. I don't feel he needs to, and I think he should go with the same kind of setup again, which I think he will.
Do you think as well the fact that Portugal, from their point of view, will feel like they scraped past Ireland the last time, that this is a dangerous one for Ireland because of that reason? Like, they'll feel like, look, we weren't happy with the way we played against Ireland the last time. We want to put things right and really stamp our authority in this.
Yeah, definitely.
A danger for Ireland, yeah.
I think as well as that, though, there's going to be 50,000 fans, hopefully, back in Ireland there. So that's going to be a big difference for Ireland. And if they get behind us and not Ronaldo,
you know what I'm alluding to, yeah.
I think it could, it actually could make a difference for this team, especially some of these younger players having this big roaring crowd behind them, hopefully cheering them all on and praising them if they do really well, which I really think they will. I think that could be a difference for us too. But yeah, I definitely think Portugal will be looking at it as they get 2-1. We're better than that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go out really hard on us this time around. And hopefully it won't be a goal fest for Portugal. I don't think it will be. I think it could be 2-0 win maybe for Portugal. That would be my prediction. My early prediction. I know we're going to do that in a while, but look, I would like to see us get a goal. And obviously, set pieces were dangerous on. Obviously, Shane Duffy's back. He's doing really well as well at club level too. He's back in that team and he's playing to his best. And obviously, with a few other experienced players back, like the Coleman and all are back. So I'd be hoping that we do try and make something and even make a goal. But I don't really see anything other than the Portugal win and a 2-0 Portugal win. But I know we'll make it hard for them. I know it'll put in a huge shift, and I know that Stephen Kenny will have them up for the game, I hope, anyway. And the light's starting to change. I think the team started to come into its own now, and we're starting to see some of the changes happen. So hopefully, we don't get clobbered anyway, and the players can make a good account for themselves as they did last time, and that's all we can ask for, really.
Yeah, looking at Ireland's last competitive win as such was 3-0 away to Azerbaijan. I know they played Qatar and they made a few changes, but do you see many changes to that team? I'll just go through it quickly. Bazuna in goal, you Duffy, Egan, Omobamidele as the three centre-backs, McLean left wing-back notably, Doherty right wing-back. There might be changes there, maybe. Hendrick, Cullen in the middle of the park, and we had Horgan, Robinson and Ida as the front three. Where would you be looking to, or where do you think Stephen look to make changes there? Do you see Calvin Robinson playing through the middle, for example?
Yeah, I definitely do. I can see Horgan being left out as well. Yeah. I can see maybe putting Bene in there. I think he deserves to go in there. I think that's his natural position too. He'd have pace. I think he'd be very good there. I think the fullbacks, obviously there's a lot of experience in McLean, and obviously Doherty did okay, but we've got Coleman back and we've got Stevens back. He might look to utilise them and put them there. But obviously Omobamidele and Egan and Duffy. Was it Duffy? Yeah, they all played in the
centre back. Don't they? at the
So,
moment.
and Egan and who else, like they pick themselves. There'll be no changes there.
Hang on, though, actually, Daz, is there a possibility he puts Coleman as the third centre back, let's say, and Doherty's right back, and say Stevens left wing back? Do you see that as a possibility, or do you think he will go on with Omabamadele as the centre back?
I think it's definitely a possibility anyway. But then again, we're having an abundance of centre backs coming through, so it's not like we need to utilise someone to actually be able to play there for the next year. That we don't need to do that. But for experience-wise, for know-how, for leadership, yes, absolutely, I would like to see it. But I don't think we need to, so I don't really see it happening. But it's not to say that won't happen. It's definitely a possibility.
And as funny as this sounds, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but in many ways, it's the Luxembourg game a few days later, the bigger game for Ireland in many ways, because, if you go out and you lose to Portugal, people just shrug their shoulders and go, but if they go out and beat Luxembourg, then it's a bigger deal in many ways, isn't it? Like, because you're kind of playing a team that you feel like they should be beaten. And I know this, I listened to Keith Andrews there, I think it was a week or two ago, and he was asked, out of all the fixtures Ireland have played so far, what's been the most disappointing performance, or the ones that you feel like as a management team where you made mistakes? And the one immediately he sprung to Luxembourg at home. So in many ways, you get the feeling that Ireland might be looking at that game to try and right a few wrongs, more so than even the Portugal match.
I definitely think so, and I definitely think they need to go out and win that match and have it as a high going out, and hopefully the platform Stephen Kenny has now been, it's come together now. He's something to look forward to. I definitely think the FBI will keep him on. I hope to do. He obviously is trying to change how we play and all. It's going to take time, especially with so many young players coming in. Again, I know it's a topic for a question I asked myself, but for having so many young players at once, I don't really think there was a need for that. But that's what he did. But I definitely think he needs to get a win against Luxembourg. Anything else, it's just not good enough. He needs to get a win. There's a full squad now available. No excuses. He needs to go and get a win against them. I know the Portugal match is what we're viewing today, and obviously that has its own set of woes. Like, we're not normally going to get a win against Portugal. Not many teams will. So a loss against them, as you said, you're going to shrug it off and go, it's Portugal, But a loss against Luxembourg, again, in my opinion, shouldn't happen. I think you should go and be winning that.
Yeah, I think as well for this game actually against Portugal at Viva, as you say, there'll be a massive crowd. It's a big game because it's against a big team as well, and all the names of the Portugal team. But firstly, the Irish crowd can really get behind this Irish team and not be waxing lyrical about Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva and all these players, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a shit. Like, they're good players, and you're hoping Ireland go out and perform as best they can. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't give, a toss, to be honest, on personalities. And look, they're the opposition. That's my point. They're the opposition on the day. It doesn't matter if they're Portugal or Luxembourg. Go out and support the Irish team. Really get behind them, guys, if you can. This game is sold out. A lot of good people didn't get tickets for the game, so really make the most of it, I would suggest, from an Irish point of view. I don't mind enjoying, parts of certain players' play and stuff like that. But really get behind the Irish team, try and make it as hostile as possible, I would say.
Absolutely. That's where we need it to be. We need the Viva back being a fortress, where I think Martin Neal had some insane amount of run where we didn't lose at home at all. Again, it was backed by everyone else listening to this, to fans. It was hostile to go out there. Everyone got behind the team no matter what. And we need that to come back. And obviously COVID disrupted that, something to flow of that. As you said, there are people that can get tickets for games, with the way memberships went, with the way season tickets went. People bought tickets that are up for sale for stupid money. Don't buy them, because on the day of it, they're going to come down in price big time. So I would wait then if anyone's worried about that. But definitely we need to come out. We need to make the Viva a hostile place to go to. Again, full house, sell it out, get behind the team. And I have no doubt they're going to do their best against them. These players are relishing the chance to get against Portugal. If they play as well as they played against Portugal the other night, I definitely think we could get something out of the game. But obviously, I'm going with a loss. But I definitely would rule out something. When an Ireland team tries, anything's possible, and we've seen that in the past. They can get results out of nothing. Hopefully, they'll do that now against Portugal. It's going to be a great game. Obviously, it's two great players coming over, but we're there to see Ireland. We're there to support them, get behind our young players. And again, when people are watching Portugal and they're going to call Ireland all sorts, saying, "Oh God, we're terrible," remember that we've got very inexperienced young team players playing at League One level against likes of Ronaldo, the world's best player. So when you put it like that.
Yeah, absolutely, Daz. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll probably have to call Portugal to win this game as well. I'll go with 2-1. But
as well as anyone is just wondering, Collins is omitted through injury, and O'Dowda has come in to replace him. I think that's it. I don't really think there's any other injury concerns, but that's just one change so far that's happened.
Yeah, that's another big thing as well, just quickly as well. The fact that Kenny seems to have more or less a fully fit squad for the first time ever. As I said before, when we had the 2 or 3 games a week, he was often missing, to be fair, to 9 or 10 players
or more,
and to rotate, like he wasn't able to rotate at times as well. And clearly, I honestly think in that Luxembourg game, I think fatigue badly came into that game as well. So this is good opportunity when we'll talk about that later another time, but when they play Luxembourg again to kind of prove that point. So they'll be really good for that as well. So guys, just let us know in the comments what you think. Who's going to win? Are you going to the match? Are you not going to the match? How disappointed are you with that? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let us know what you think about anything about this game in the comments or any talking points. And thanks for watching.